What's going on, y'all? We live. Excuse the blurriness. You feel me? About to get my smoke on. Let niggas know I'm live in this bitch. About to get my smoke on here, man. You know. Um shit. Don't let this stuff get to you, get you down. Understand that we all got battles, but we have to look at things in a smarter fashion and overcome things, but don't let this world get in the way of your energy and getting better. You feel me? Don't do it. Another key fact, another thing you got to realize is shit, keeping keeping the Sabbath holy. That's a very important thing, and a reset and a day to like get out the matrix and just remember positive. Um, try not to cuss and don't listen to no like rap music and stuff like that. So I try not to. Nobody's perfect. It doesn't mean you don't have to keep trying, which only elevates you. You know, continue to count your levels. Stay in a love vibration, love like Jesus. That is key. That is peace. That's everything. And what's wrong with that? Mhm. So I'm about to try to. I don't know what I'm about to do. I know I'm about to try to get rid of these Pokemon cards. So I got a few dollars, which is crazy. Um, That is also a frequency. The only reason money's around because it's just nothing but frequency, um, and that's why not having money and all this other stuff, and or somebody envying because of money or just anything. The results is it affects you physically. No matter what, you need somebody. You have to move physically to get it to obtain it. So that's proof that money is energy to get us moving or to get us in a negative vibration. That's why in his targeting program and people that are TIs are always struggling or always end up homeless, um, end up in situations that are intentional to have you in a negative vibration just to get you to that point of quitting. Um, in order to overcome this program, one of the main things you have to do is heal yourself. You have to heal. And you cannot go to a therapist or anything trying to get healing unless you're already cool with them and you understand you're gaining something from it. But most likely they're not going to be able to tell you anything. And if you speak about this targeted program, they're just going to try to discredit you and dope you up with medicine to mute you, to silence you. Okay. This whole thing is about silencing you, threatening you to be quiet, to change who you are. Uh, That's pretty much what's going on. Also, it's observing, you know. letting you know that they're watching is just putting that observing on you, knowing that particles that are observed act differently. So they need you to have the feeling of you being watched, that your space is always invaded, so that you can't really naturally be in your space and in your thing without something else being, you know. I'm extremely intelligent. I'm a really kind person. I love the Lord with all my heart. Okay. I'm a loving person. Um, so none of that makes sense of, you know what I'm saying, being tortured every day for years with the same tactics. None of it makes sense. You know. Um, one thing's for sure, it's the easiest thing because, you know what I'm saying, all I gotta do is be me. That's it, nigga. Nigga. Mhm. That's pretty simple, you know what I'm saying? So, understand it's a battle and the whole thing of them using mind control and all this MK Ultra shit is just trigger you, get you in fight or flight mode, is behavior modification, seeing how long it would take a person to give up. Okay. And knowing this is like, okay, well, I can't give up. Uh, I can't and will not give up because I'm that energy I just won't. That has to last. I'm the one that that's just not gonna work on just so that cannot work on somebody else. It won't never work. I have to do that. And the more you heal, the more you get back to self and the levels that you get, things don't affect you as much and you get to see the levels. They already put you through a weekly cycle. It's gonna be the same weekly cycle regardless. And it's the same amount of negativity and the same sinking and the same, it's all based on timing. Um, and you're gonna get a lot of it. But you have to maneuver around all of it. That's the only way because everything is just a trap, you know. And it's 24/7. It's all crazy and stuff. But like I said, once you heal and get through that and count your levels, you can start like I did. I started with my birthday. And it was like, okay, I'm 33 or 34 or whatever. And went from there. Every time you feel like you leveling up, you know what I'm saying? Um, count that level. You know, and that's the thing for 2026 is a new level, and you know what I'm saying, getting polished and all that, you know. So, you know, trust in the Lord, know that it is a sword, the word. Um, also First Corinthians 5:17, which says, therefore, if any man be in Christ, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Okay. And that's the goal, you know. I suffered with a lot and been through depression, but who knows how much of that was just a program trying to take me out. But God didn't allow that and want that, you know, because I didn't understand why I was depressed. It's okay to be different, you know. We're all individuals. We're already made different. So that's why I don't understand anybody looking at somebody in a certain way because they're different when we're all different. So that never made sense to me. And they're like, "Oh, a person like you supposed to be over there. You're supposed to be over there." Everybody's trying to put me in a box. Everybody's trying to put me in a subject, you know. And it's like, why are you trying to put me with labels that were orchestrated in a weird way? You know? As you know, you can feel the atmosphere and everything change. You can feel the pay attention in of ears and feeling the energy of things being focused. That's how you know they're listening, this and this. But that rhythm, it's the same thing with silence. It's a rhythm and a vibration when you're expecting something. Okay. You feel me? I've been getting stalked for a lot of years, like definitely over 10 years. Okay. So it's like I really, really ain't got time for it. I literally seen these people really try desperately to like put me away on like super desperation. Okay. Obviously, there's millions or whatever involved because it's like this super desperation. Especially just to fuck with my mind on top of that. To make me look like something I'm not. Desperately. Hmm. That just makes sense. And obviously, it's just an experiment. And obviously, it has something that could probably affect the world, or affect something in some type of fashion that is so important. You know, they're doing the UFO files, the files, the files. You feel me? And the way they're doing it is like, okay, y'all are pulling on our focus for what? You know, now y'all giving us shit. Now you're telling the truth. And it's like, but you continue lying on TV. Y'all continue to play the stage on TV, but you're giving us files. So it's like, okay, if I can call this shit before it happens, then it must be in their playbook because I know the way they move. You know, I didn't even look into the UFO files. I literally didn't. Usually that probably like, oh, UFO files, but it's like no. And then people are getting like tired and they know this bullshit. But what is that for though? Because scientifically, y'all doing all the science shit and all this other social engineering, all this other bullshit. Y'all gotta know what's happening to the mind of the people with all this stuff coming from screens. And no, it makes sense. No. Um, and the intelligence that I do have naturally, um, it's becomes a way that everybody, no matter what I say, if you're not even close to that level, you're never gonna understand me unless I go down to your level. That's just fact. But majority of the stuff I say does become facts later on. If I speak about MK Ultra, everybody say, "Oh, that's nigga, what you talking about? You're tripping." And years later, they finally say no news. Oh, I believe it now. The fuck? They lie. I don't. For real. Like, nigga, the media lies. I don't. Nigga, I can't be bought. Nigga, I'm creative and talented as fuck. You know, I got gifts, and I would not want to be around anything demonic or anything um that is just basically just flesh of this world, basically. You know. So that's why I'm isolated, but at the same time, it's like they want me isolated, you know. And I'm basically just like in a laboratory, yelling out the window, screaming out the window, "Hey, y'all, come on, come on!" And then they're just on the outside, like trying to build shit up, like, "Oh, he's crazy, he's crazy," you know. I'm basically just banging on the window, like, "Hey, y'all, like, what the fuck?" You know, like, this is a laboratory. Help me, you know. But then they just outside orchestrating the show, so they just got amusement parks everywhere. Oh, clowns, they all in their face. I'm like, help! I'm over here. I'm in a lab. Help! You know, basically. And it's like, what? I'm not programmed. Y'all been over there watching the fucking roller coasters and shit and all this other shit in the face and watching the clown juggle. Hello, I'm in this laboratory. They have access to my brain. Help! Then they got everybody outside the laboratory in like a a cycle, um, just using money as energy just to keep them moving around. The money is the battery. Little nigga in the pink. I don't know what's up with that. Nobody has said anything about it. Like, oh, it's a pink trend, but now it becomes a trend. But for others, it would probably be feeling some type of way. But yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm literally in a laboratory. They're like, oh, just come down. Here's some juice. You know, snacks. You know, that's just how it goes. With juice, you know, snacks, food. And that's what calms you down and like, oh wow, it's not that bad. I get to eat. I have candy, snacks, juice. Like nigga, they think niggas is stupid. You know, I done broke this matrix. I done went through way too many. I done been through way too many simulations that to the point I could laugh for ages because they tried to weaken me. You know, and I understand if I'm at a strength that my energy comes off even stronger than I could imagine. That also makes sense because I'm just being normal, but it seems extremely abnormal to other people. Maybe, you know. Um, yeah, it's definitely levels. Um, understand that it's definitely an experiment. Um, I don't know if it has to do with alien things or non-human things. You would think it's non-human the way you've just been tortured and harassed. Like, what human being would be like this? I didn't been through the worst, and it's like you got me fucked up. And it's like I want more. I want to defeat this. Give me what you got, because you know what I'm saying. I don't have to go and use the strength that I know I have in a way that they are intentionally creating a honeypot for me to hop up in there and just boil myself. like a frog. That's basically what's going on. You just expect me to just like I just keep dodging the pot. I'm just like whoop hopping. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hopping around the pot, and I really just really trying to push, move the pot every other way I go, hoping I'll just jump in that bitch. Basically. So it's like the world is pulled over your eyes to blind you of the truth is probably the realest thing. Like that whole Matrix movie. Because that's the facts. That's how they really blind you from the truth. They put in the world over your eyes, your mind. The world is the screen. And y'all know when you locked up, they call the outside world, they call it that world. You know? Right. So when I burp like that, that's V2K. There should be a few more vehicles right now. But that's voice to skull technology. And some with the gases to make you like bloated and but whatever it is that I be burping up is part of the tech they use for like mind control. Because I notice when that's happening, they're able to like move my ligaments and stuff a little bit more, and especially my eyes and stuff like that. Which I'm gonna get on their ass. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I knew it was the truth when everybody was trying to play me like something was wrong with me. I'm too smart. But fuck. When did something was there like an accident? Like when did something get wrong? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like when did that happen? Everything was Gucci, and all of a sudden I'm like something's wrong. Can't say drugs. I ain't no. First of all, I'm not an addict. You know. Um. Even though I know that's your intentions, it's like everything that I know you're trying to do, you're trying to do. You know, which is something that you're supposed to. Y'all think you're supposed to do to get the result to try to save your asses by trying to discredit me. And I love God, and that's a problem. Especially in a place where people actually worship Satan in this bitch. Niggas really get out there and be worshiping Satan. I don't know what these people be doing, but they be watching you all the time. You know? Animals be acting weird. You definitely gonna get the lights blinking everywhere you go. Sometimes they might use mind control and make you look exactly in a direction, and then the light will go off or turn on. You know, but it's like, what level is this? Like, what is that either intriguing, important? Like, what? I was like, oh, just little on me. Like, I just be chilling. I don't even do the most. Because that doesn't make sense. Also, I'm not going to just entertain people. You know, I love music, but I understand that these people are stealing from me. That could be another thing. They didn't make millions off me by stealing my ideas. I know that. Um, obviously, especially music. But, and it's like some Illuminati shit, basically. So it's definitely like music shit. You know, some celebrities didn't probably make millions off it. It's like I don't know who else can afford this, what agency, and if it is, um, why is this shit that important? Why do I need to be silenced? Why do I need to be so discredited? That doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like why is things synced? You know, um, understand they need you. They need you in a lower vibration. Um, I pray for just everybody because I feel like it's like mind control shit going on, but there's like people that intentionally like know what they're doing, you know, and you can tell in the look in their eye. Sometimes they seem like they seen a ghost, you know. Um, because they didn't expect me to make it this far. This program is not designed in that fashion. You know. The gang stalking package is not designed for me to make it far at all. But I did. Mm. But I did. For real. But I did, nigga. Honestly, I did that. No, you know what? God did that. I'm top man. God did that. I was really plugged in with God all the way through. For real. That's the only way. For real. No, bro, y'all would not be talking to me. That is the honest truth, like, for real. Without God, man. For real. And he said, "Pull string." When I'm hurting hearing this word, I'm able to comprehend. But okay, I mean, my bad, God. I ain't mean to call you nigga. But I'm like, okay, you got some. There's some substance there. There's something, and it just makes sense to me. And this is why I'm going through this. This is why this is happening. This is who against me. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I never would have came out with the song with my nigga Shine. I never would have even said that hook. GG, I was gonna need a light. First thing a light is Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's um what I seen. And I asked him to come in my heart at a young age, very young. You know what I'm saying? And I meant that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you say things, you need to mean that, but you also meaning that means you actually need to feel that. You gotta feel what you say. Bitch, I'm the truth. They don't want me to. They don't want me to reach people because what I had to say and the things I say, and I don't give a fuck, changes the whole world. Cause I'm not gonna go with the bullshit. I don't give a fuck about no money, bitch. It should be a vehicle. Oh yeah. It should be a vehicle, but I ain't gonna lie. Don't black boy looking like a pastor and shit. All right. But I can't be saying pastor and shit. That's the thing. I still got, you know, so I still be cussing. But it's like, I don't know. Things is weird because it's like, okay, he said it was a cuss word. Why is there's rules from people that are just like doing weird shit and just like constructed in a way that's supposed to be a secret, you know? The fuck? So that means that something acting like something owns us, like we're owned, like to the point that we just can't know the real adult shit. Like we can't know what the fuck. You know, because we're talked to like you know what I'm saying. We don't know shit, so we talk like children. So we don't really know the adult shit. Adult to us is go to work. Do you know that? That's what it means in this world. Okay, what adult is. Everything has to be like natural based with like without man going over nature when nature is natural. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Thank you. Oh, and they really don't want me to pop my shit. And when I pop my shit, I just say things naturally go. But regardless, you have haters, which I don't understand it. Um, would like try to suppress you, which is so weird. You know? So I support my people. I believe you should. You know, that's just a real nigga. That's just how I am. I'm a real nigga, man. And it's like I've been tested on every level of that. I've been tested on every level possible to even think of to test a man. Almost on a daily basis for years. Understand this. You know. So of course I don't know everything, but majority of people can't tell me anything. Honestly. You know. Continue to pray for the young ones. Um I know some of us put up a shield to protect our hearts, which you should automatically have your heart on your sleeve. But don't make a song talking about my heart ain't on my sleeve, my compromise. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but things that are put in this fishbowl. He said, "Don't let the dog poop in my front yard." Is that what he said? Mm. I mean, I feel it though. I be like, yeah, don't let the dog poop in my yard, man. And you got the leash on him. Shut up. Go the dog. All right, so you know, it's a real ass video. Just make sure y'all take some notes. Pray strong, stay strong, don't dwell on it, get well in it. We go through it to get through it. Don't stress, know you're blessed. Stay high vibrational. Um, have joy. Um, and continue to eat energy and break out of the hypnosis and out of this matrix. Because if you been lying to create a society or manipulate society, regardless, it becomes um, a matrix simulation if it's being studied. What's